Today I want to talk about how Tessie plays. I've made this video several times over the years because how Tessie plays has changed over the years, obviously, as she gets older. And because it's also something that people tend to be really curious about.
What do you got?
A lot of times autistic play, the way it's talked about is like it's wrong or it's something that needs to be fixed, which just isn't true. We do tend to play differently. Autistic people do oftentimes have different ideas of play from neurotypical people, but that doesn't make it wrong. I mean, play is play. It's how children learn, and autistic children are often going to learn differently than their neurotypical peers, and I think it makes sense that oftentimes we play differently too. When Tessie was little, the way she first played involved a lot of spinning, or watching spinning things, a lot of visual stimming, where she would point at something and twirl around it. She loved ceiling fans, she loved windmills. When we were at a park once, she crossed the entire park to get to this windmill to just stand and stare up at it until she almost fell over backwards. And the truth is, Tessie still loves spinning, although not as much as she did when she was little. I think now she gets a lot of her spinning out with all of the different swings we have, so she doesn't feel the need to spin around the room as much. She still does sometimes. She still twirls around the room, but not as much as she used to, because now she can spin on swings and ladders and all the different climbing things that we have put up that are easier and better for her to spin on, because she can really get that momentum going, especially when you have like a spinning clasp on a swing.
Girls. No, let Tessie. Oh, goodness.
All of our girls love those, especially Sadie and Tessie though. If I even sit on the swings, I get sick. I would say that the main way Tessie plays now, and has played over the last year as a 4-year-old, she's turning 5 in a couple of days, is she likes to group things together and make these, I almost think of them as sets. She likes to group her unicorns together or her dolls together or whatever it is she's playing with. Okay, it's almost always unicorns. But she likes to group her toys together into little groups and then arrange them. Sometimes it's smallest to largest, sometimes it's by color. Sometimes she arranges them in different shapes, like I'll come in and all of the ponies are in a circle facing each other, or all the ponies are in a triangle.
Why is the puppy riding on the unicorn's head? You're putting your horse in a tree? What is he doing? can just barely. No wonder I haven't seen your favorite horse lately if he's living in a tree. I know.
Number 2.
But you just moved.
I wouldn't.
What? Wait, what's the money?
Honestly, I love it. I love seeing what she's come up with. If Tessie's going to be upset about something, it is almost always going to be because something she's setting up isn't staying the way it should. So once she was really upset because she wanted 2 unicorns to sit at our dinner table, and they're big unicorns, but one was bigger than the other one. One was like, yeah, basically like this big, and the other one was just kind of normal big size, not gigantic. And so the normal big sized unicorn didn't sit up with its head at the same level as the other unicorn, and that was a problem. So I thought I could solve this problem. I got a blanket, I folded it up, I put it under the littler unicorn, but then Tessie was upset because she wanted them both to be the same. She wanted the blanket to be under the other unicorn too, but that would put him up higher. So finally I did this thing where I had the blanket 1 layer under one unicorn and several layers under the other unicorn, and that satisfied her because they were both sitting on the blanket on the bench at the dining room table, and their heights were the same height, which was apparently very important for the little scene that she was setting up. It needed to be just right. Now, a lot of times she isn't that meticulous about setting things up. She'll be okay with them in a line from tallest to smallest, but that day it was, she had a vision and it wasn't working the way she wanted it to, and she was upset.
I knew it. I knew it. Giddy up. Giddy up, ponies. Are you guys sharing? Oh, how's Unicornio doing? Yeah.
The other thing is she likes stacking furniture to build towers, and most towers have a limit, and so if I hear her getting upset, that is actually usually what it is. That's the number one thing Tessie gets upset about. If I hear her crying, it's because her tower isn't building the way she wants it to. She'll get it like 6 feet tall, she'll be standing on a window putting pillows up that are way above my head, and then it'll get too tall and they'll fall over and she will be devastated. It's like, honey, even mommy can't make the tower taller than that. You know, cushions have a limit of how high you can actually stack them.
Let's kiss her. She's mad because I took it down. She's mad because I took it down. Mood, what are you doing? You happy now?
Yeah, stacking furniture, that's another way that she plays. I also kind of tend to think of her a little bit like the Toy Story kid because, and I know I've talked about this before, she likes taking toys apart, putting them back together in new ways, seeing how they fit together. An example of this would be when she was running around with Ken doll's head on a toothbrush.
So what have you buried today? Where's Twilight Sparkle? That's Ken's head. Oh no. It's an invention day, isn't it? Perfect. That's perfect. I'm glad you found Ken's head and you're using it to dig with. That is awesome.
If she had Play-Doh, she would want to like make a new saddle for one of her ponies, or even sometimes she'll take like waffles and try to use waffles or other food things because they're more smashable to smash them into the shapes that she wants to make toys, which can also be really gross. So I'm constantly on the lookout for that to see if she's like snuck food away from the dining room table and has like mashed up The other day she mashed up blueberry muffins until they were kind of doughy, and she stuffed it on the back of a unicorn. And I was like, oh, this is so gross. That's probably my least, when it involves food, that's my least favorite thing when she's building. I can handle just about any other type of building and think that it's pretty awesome, but food building, I don't like this sort of surprises when I don't catch it right away. She loves bubbles. She loves playing outside. She loves swimming. She loves climbing. That's probably the other big way that Tessie plays. She likes to climb, and she even likes to try to make the swings higher. She has a ladder in her room that she can swing on, but now it's not, she doesn't think it's high enough, and so she'll loop it over several times on itself so that it's up high, like a bar, I guess, kind of. Except she does have a hanging bar, it's outside.
This is what you do?
Yay, yay,
I had no idea you were doing this. I knew she was putting it up double. I didn't realize she was putting it up double so she could swing like a tiny little monkey.
Yay, 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 yay.
Strong girl, Tess.
Climbing everything. And so we give her as many opportunities as we can to climb because she's going to do it. So I sort of try to get that out of her system as much as I possibly can, because I'd rather have her climbing on things that are meant for climbing than have her climbing the side of our house or out a window. All of our windows have special locks, but she's a very determined little girl. Climbing, not always safely, is probably the one thing that I wish we could just I wish she was just a little more afraid, I guess. And so I'm going to show you some videos, a collection of Tessie playing over the last year as a 4-year-old. Whenever I make these videos, people say that the way she plays seems totally normal, and honestly it does to me too. As an autistic adult, it seems totally normal to me. But I think one of the things that probably classifies it as not neurotypical is the intensity, the focus. When she's doing something, she is so focused on what she's doing that it's hard to get her attention away. Whenever the play videos come up, that's when people usually are like, are you sure she's autistic? Yes, like the rest of our family, if you're new here, me and my husband are both autistic, so are all 5 of our children.
Let me go back all the way down.
Okay.
Hey, Dad!
Tessie is about to turn 5, and she says maybe a word each day. Not even that some days. Usually it's like happened is her favorite word of the moment. She's been diagnosed repeatedly because our insurance used to require yearly diagnoses, and she's definitely autistic. So here's how she plays.
Popular in high school. Not DeviantArt.
I was in high school in the 70s.
The song, not it's not from DeviantArt, honey.
What are you barking about? Come on, Tony.
Are you gonna introduce him to all your other unicorns?
Tony, come on, boy. Come on.
Oh, you gotta ride him now. Ride the unicorn. Oh, let's not eat the tag. Come on, I have the tag. Here.
It kind of falls. James! Hey, Mom. If we raise Clover.
No, using the digger on Tessa Bess.
Who can get Zygon first?
Oh, Tessie, no throwing. We don't throw sand. It was more than that. Your feet were above your head. I saw. You were silly. Oh my God. Harness on Tuesday.
I don't want to race this.
I just did all my racing.
I am wearing jeans. I just ate food.
Hot down the hot. Wait, I'm not supposed to tell people about that?
No, you can. That just goes into the ceiling.
Yeah, it just goes into the ceiling. Don't go in. There's nails in there.
Harness on Saturday. That's enough names. Harness is on Tuesday. Oh, nope. That does look like it goes there, but that's a corner, so it's not going to go there today. Let me see.
And that is it for today. If you like this video, I would love it if you'd give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in all things autism, I'd love it if you'd hit subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.